Well, I'll tell you, it blew hard last night, and it's blowing as we speak. It's finally starting to break a little bit of daylight. And it's cold, but it's not like super cold. So I've been drinking on my lemon coffee here, black lemon coffee. Oh, just sitting here, never put the TV on yet. I've been up for a while. Don't know if you guys can hear the wind, but it's supposed to be really bad today. I think high of 60 or 70, 80 kilometers an hour or so. I don't know. Them trees are bending. It might be that right now. Might be more coming. I don't know. I know the heard stories from out in the Ontario and Quebec area. They got dumped with a lot of snow, and lots of parts of the states got dumped a lot of part of the snow. Like a lot of one channel I was watching. I don't know if he's from New York or whatever, but he said he was getting dumped 16 to 22 inches of snow. Man, that's a lot of snow. That'd be probably a good time to have a sled, a snowmobile, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes there's, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I was going to say sometimes there could be too much snow, but maybe it ain't that. It's that how the snow is being laid down, like if it's a fluffy snow or... I don't know much about that. There's people that knows about that stuff. I never actually owned in my life. I don't think I have. I never owned a sled, a snowmobile in my life. I rode on a few. Yeah, I drove a couple. I think my era of driving sleds was them little 250 Elans and the 440s. 440. I think there was an Everest. And there was I think there was one called TNT, or I don't know. There's some names back in the 80s. Huh. Makes a person think how old they are when you think about it. The 80s, to me, seems not very long ago, but you know, the 80s is, wow. We're 2025. That's 45 years. Wow. Where did the time go? I was born in the early 60s. A lot of my friends on here is probably born, they might even be some born in the 40s. Maybe 50s. If you guys got brass enough, let me know what year you was born. You don't have to say the month or day, but the year. Probably there's some older women folk. No, I think they probably would too. Women folk, when they get a certain age, they don't want to never ask a woman her age, but I think that's different now. Times have changed. You can practically do anything and say anything nowadays. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out in the cabin or not. I had a heat source. I don't want to get on that story again, but get a heat source, get a fire going. That's altogether different. You can work in them buildings. I made myself a a lemon. Let me see it. Oh, it's pouring it out. I made myself a lemon water. I'd like to drink a lemon water and then drink my coffee, lemon coffee. So I made my lemon water, and my coffee grounds, some of them, I passed a spoonful of coffee over top of my clear water. Some got in it, so I got kind of dark water. But it don't matter. It's all the same. It just looks different. Yeah. So, I don't know what you guys is doing today. I don't know what today is. Is today? Today must be Monday. I think yesterday was Sunday. I'm thinking. I don't even keep track of the days. Do you guys keep track of the days? Yeah. I don't. Unless it's an appointment or something. But boy, it's blowing hard, guys. I just thought I'd come on here and talk a little bit, you know. I had some good potato chips last night. Some of you guys thought I had birds. Maybe I should have stayed at first, but no, on TV, they're my TV birds. I said I'll feed them electricity. They're just on TV. You get a lot of sounds off the television. I played my my mountain music. I played my Appalachian music. I played a lot of stuff off the TV. It's good background sounds. I do it for you guys and myself. I do it so you fellas can hear good sounds and like the sounds that I'm putting on. Sometimes just hearing the wind. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's a lot of wind blowing hard. Even the curtains is moving in the, I don't know if you can see the curtains moving. Yeah, they're moving. Look at this. Can you see them? I'll hold it steadier so this camera won't move. Anyway, I got you fellas propped up on a pickle jar. Yeah. I got my card hearts on. Card hearts are good clothes. I'm a tough duck man. I like tough duck. Yeah. Okay, you can see the curtains move. Look at there. See them moving? It's blowing hard. And it looks like to me it's starting to snow again. I'll show you guys in a bit outside. I got a nice 2-cord dumping of wood from the first boss man. And I got that covered. And I filled the wood box up. Smaller wood, but really good solid wood. I'll show you the wood. I'll give you a close-up. There's my truck out in here. I've got my wipers up. Oh, looks like the wind blew one of my wipers down and bent it a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. Anyway, I got my fire. Okay. You guys are going down there. Stir it up a little bit. Give it a little hit. There you go. There you go. Hear that baby roar. Look at that, would you? kill this fan for a second. But look at here. Look at this wood, eh? It's birch, yellow birch, rock maple. This wood comes deep out of the woods. Like there's beech, rock maple, yellow birch. It's just beautiful wood. Let's go out and take a peek here. Let's take out. It's windy out here. Whew. Various tarps. Wow. Wood's all covered, so. I'll put that kettle on again. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, them chips tasted good. You know? Let me put that fan on one more time. Yeah, be alright, I guess. Sometimes it's just good that they communicate, you know? I got up on top of the fridge, I got an old-fashioned apple press for making cider. It's old, antique. It's probably worth a little bit of money. If Idaho Hillbilly had that, he'd have that sold on the market. Man, he'd get some money out of that. It's one you crank. It's made out of cast iron or something. It's old. I have an old green bottle, cork bottle, a green one. Let's take it and show you instead of talking about it. Let's look. I didn't want to take it down because it's pretty tall up there, and I got a boat. I got a mold of a boat, and I got lights. I got lights for a ship. Watch this. See this? These are brass. They're heavy. They're off a ship. This is an old-fashioned bottle, and this goes. It's got Scott's motion. He's an old man. He's got a big cod fish on his back, and it's cod liver oil bottle. That's probably worth some money. That right there. And there's the other light ship, and this here is a half of a boat. And there's my bottle up there, cork bottle. That's green too. That's worth money. See, this ship here, it's got cobwebs on it, but well, it's a half of a ship, right? And it's a display. It's made out of laminate, right? Well, back there's my press. Look at that, 3-legged press. Can you see it through the cobwebs? That's you put your apples in there. Or you could grapes or whatever. We don't have grapes here, but I got my bean crock. Got no cover, but I think I want to make some beans. That's a real old too. There's where it is. Look, you can see it. It's got the crank on the top. You just turn it, and it's got a pusher, and it pushes it down. And it's got the spout that your juice comes out. I like these bean crocks. I love beans. It's my raw pure pan. But that's a half a boat. That's pretty cool, isn't it? All right. This was on the fridge when I got in the house. It's not me, but it's Death Wish Coffee Company, whatever that means. You fellas can Google you one. But yeah, it's quite a thing. That's a nice bottle. Cod liver oil with lime and soda. With lime and soda. Yes, sir. Scott's says EMULSION. Emulsion. It's old. No chips in it or nothing. That's quite a bottle there. But that's a nice bottle up there too. Then I got this here painted. I'll put the light on here. There, I got this here. Somebody got, well, I bought it painted, eh? Look at this, guys. It's a bear. It's a bear. And it's a moose. And it's a mallard duck on that side, and you can see it. I don't know if I'm holding the camera right, but it's painted, hand painted on the handsaw. It's quite a thing. What else? I think that's it. I guess the water got hot. Oh, I got something here I like. It's a tailgate. Chevy. 1952. I like old cars and old trucks. Mostly old trucks. But I like old cars. They're pretty cool. One of my subscribers, JC, you see him on there, check his comments out. JC has a channel. I guess he has 2 channels. He has well, he had one. I don't know if he sold it, but he's got an old car. I think an old Chev. Works too. I like that car. Nice car. Yeah. I don't know if you guys seen this picture close up, but this was me probably. This is when I shot it was a whitetail deer. It wasn't a muley. It weighed 303 pounds. I know it sounds crazy, but it took 4 of us. Now the guts was in it, like it was. I just shot it to throw it on the back of my truck, and that's me right there. You can see it. Where am I? Right. Can you see that? Got my glasses on. I still own a roof and siding company as of right now, right? But that was my 2004 or 5 F-150, and I had my right up on the back window. Anyway, I shot that big deer, and I put a rope around it. You see that rope, like a halter? I put the rope around its nose like you would with a steer or bull. Yeah, I didn't have a beard then. I had a little bit of stumble. That's been a while ago. And my boy and his first cousin, for my Christmas time, I had to head down into in between a couple trees. That day I shot 2 deer. I shot one just before that. I shot a nice one, about a 200-pounder. Just before that, yeah, with the meat market. Meat market's the gun that my brother uses, or it's his now, but one he hunts with. It's in the paper, in the magazine, they call it the rifleman's rifle. It's the all-around rifle. It's the Model 70 Winchester bolt action, 30-06 or 306, 30-06. Yeah. And I got that years ago, and I put a scope on it. And Buddy owned a store. He had some scopes that come in, and he was selling them cheap, $50 a scope. He told me, he said, "Man, these are going $50 a piece. They seem to be a good scope." And at the time I was working the stuff, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, how many do you have?" We said, "I don't know." Check. He said, "I got 4 left or something. I think 4 or 5 left." Well, I said, "Well, I'll buy them all." "You want them all?" I said, "Well, yeah, $50 a piece." And I did. And I still got one left. Yep, still got one left. And that's a $50 scope on that meat market. I lined that up. Never touched it since. Whatever the sights go on, it's done. I shot a deer one time. I don't want to get into all this deer talk, but I shot a deer one time. I don't know how far it was. It was out west, right? And they have these, out west, they have big fields but there's tree lines that separates the fields, maybe for wind control. But there's big piles of tree here, there's a big field, and another pile. But anyway, I was looking, and I seen something moving down there, and I looked, and I think that's a deer. And I put the scope up. That's how far it was, right? And there it was a deer. And he seen my movement. Them babies are smart. And he took off a running. I'll tell you right now, he was on a run. And I put the deer down, make sure like that, the gun down on me like that, and I went, the frig, he's taking off! Because I lost him in the, and I said, man, and the Lord blessed me with some talent. And I don't know how why, but when I put that rifle up and I put the scope up, it took me a bit to find him, and I found him, and I was moving the scope, and I looked back, looked up again, and the tree line was coming, so I put it in there, and I put the crosshairs like on the animal, and I moved the gun over there, and it was getting close. So what I did, I slid the gun, I moved the gun, I hit the deer, right? A little, not too much high, but a little like that. And I squeezed the trigger, and he was gone. I'd say, where did he go? When I squeezed that trigger, he disappeared in the woods. But I thought for sure I shot. I had him in sights, and I moved the barrel this way. I wanted the trajectory when the deer, he'd run right into the bullet. Anybody would do that, I suppose. You don't shoot at the animal that far away. You got to shoot ahead of it. Well, I said, and up to this time, I didn't miss any. Well, I'm on, not, I don't brag, man. I'm just saying. If I squeeze the trigger, I don't know, the Lord guides the bullet, I don't know. And I get him. Well, I was going down in my truck, and I went down on the other side, like in the field, because I was a big windrow of trees. So I went down in there and went in the woods. I figured maybe where he was. Couldn't find it. No. But I said, maybe I didn't go. Maybe I went too far. Maybe I got to go up this way, because I was walking in the woods on down. I couldn't see nothing. So I went deep in the woods again, went through the center, and I kept going back and forth, like walking slow, going here. And I looked up there, and I went, what's that? That looks like it could be a deer. Could be the horns. Kept walking, I went, what the frig? No. No, I did it. There he was. That was a big deer. It was a beautiful deer. Whitetail. It was a whitetail. It wasn't a hoppy muley. Boom, 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 boom. It was a white-tailed. He moved, baby. Just like he had somebody spanked his buttocks with a big spike board. He was gone. But that bullet, that 30-06 bullet struck him. Struck him right through right through the organs. Folded him right up. He made a few more leaps in that woods line. He was down. He was down. And a beautiful, beautiful color animal. Lovely meat. I shot a lot out there, and you can shoot a lot out there legally, right? But what I did, I shoot them, and I'd have people that never had no meat. And there was one family, his name was Jason. He worked at a place where you get. He worked at a store that sells shingles and like a hardware store type thing. But mostly at that place, he worked at the shingles and metal and all that stuff. And I was a contractor, and I always would see him, and he always would use me good, and nice fella, right? When he grew a beard, you know who he looked like? I even told him. I said, you look like Keith Whitley. That's what he looked like to me. Maybe that's why even liked him even more. And I asked him one time, I said, Grayson, do you like deer meat? Oh, he said, yeah, I like it a lot, but you don't seem to get much of it. I said, you don't hunt? No, no. He had a family of 7. Well, at the time, I think he had 5. Then he kept making more. I said, you wouldn't get offended if I offered you some meat. I'll give you some because I have a lot. Oh, no. Like, he was really appreciative. Well, Mr. Man, I went in that freezer and I grabbed 2 boxes and I filled them right full. Lots of good cuts. And I got his address. He told me where he lived. And I said, I'll just, and it was cold too. So went there, dropped them off, and he almost cried. Having meat like that. So what I did practically every year, I give him lots of meat. His family got bigger, and I just shot more deer. But no, it was out there. You can get all the tags you want. It's called the chronic waste disease. Sometimes they come from Saskatchewan. Doesn't hurt the meat. Humans doesn't bother them. And what it does, it just does something to their mane and stuff. And it's could have been inbred maybe or something. Maybe I don't know how it was. A chronic waste disease. But yeah, they would say, have at it. Have at it. We want them gone. You know what I mean? But anyway, so that was good. A few other people, family members, I would give lots of meat to. Yep. Yeah, I don't know, guys. That's quite a morning talk. If you fellas like my morning talk sometimes, and just let me know. Give me some thumbs up or whatever. And if you don't, that's good too. Just give me a thumbs up that you don't like it. A little bit of coffee left. Mister, that's iced coffee now. Iced coffee now. Cold. Yeah, the wind's blowing hard. I don't know if I'm going to go out in that building. We'll see. The temperature warm up a little bit more, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But I got to try to do something. I suppose I can clean up my place a little bit. Maybe clean the table. That'd be something nice if I could clean that table off. That would be nice. And move my bullets, relocate them. And just clean the place up a bit. Well, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm glad you came to my humble abode. Last year, when I first started video, I called myself Trailer Trash. Welcome to my Trailer Trash. But you know something? A lot of people live in trailers, and a lot of people love trailers. I'm not saying I love them. I really appreciate staying here and keeping warm and dry, and I really thank the Lord, that I'm not in a tent or not. Some people don't even have a tent; they have a cardboard box. So I'm really appreciative over that. As long as these hands and these feet can keep moving, I'll keep working. It's going to be a good thing. I really am happy. I'm on a down low now talking, but I'm bubbling inside. I'm very happy, super happy, giddy like. Well, okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go. We almost run 30 minutes, so may you be a blessing, and may the Lord bless you. And smile, because the world will smile with you. Okay. Bye-bye now.